Okay, how's everybody doing? This is OZ Bulls. Let's see, just before I get started, you can find me on Twitter and StockTwits. That's going to be OZ_Bulls. And, I typically try to put out my trades as I'm making them. Sometimes if it's a really fast trade, I can't post them. But for the most part, any trades that I'm posting on Twitter or StockTwits, again, that's OZ_Bulls. Those are going to be the trades that I'm making at that time, within 5-10 seconds of me having made that trade. So if you guys ever want to follow along, you can follow me on those and see the trades that I'm making in real time. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a basic rundown of what we did on Friday. Okay, so this is IMMU. On Friday morning, we had some pre-market volume that was relatively high compared to previous days. As you can see, I mean, all these volume ticks on the screen here are just minute, okay? Once we get into the pre-market here, there's decent volume right there. The price actually spiked up to 2.45 before the open. Okay, now, as I'm sure you guys know, this is a 2-minute chart here. So, let me go to this here. All of these, all the bars here are representing a 2-minute time frame. Up and down, the change in price during that 2-minute period. Okay, so like I said, we saw this spike in pre-market. There was a decent amount of volume. We checked the news, and it turns out that the company has, as you can see here, the FDA granted them breakthrough therapy designation, which basically, essentially is kind of like fast tracking, FDA stuff. So they're saying, hey, this is a decent drug. We want to get it on market. Let's make this happen. And that's big news for a small company like this, okay? So what we were looking at is basically we were looking to find some support after the open. So as you can see, it popped up here and it just wasn't really getting the buying power here, okay? So we held off for a minute. We waited until it started to show support and started to show little movements upwards. So right in this area here, as you can see, the volume's not huge, but the price isn't dropping. It's just slowly making higher lows, okay? So as we progressed, we realized, all right, it's starting to get support in this, 2.15, 2.16 area, and it's starting to move up. So we bought in right about the 2.19, 2.18 area. We got I did a market purchase actually, which wasn't the smartest thing, but I just went for it because I knew it was about to pop. And as you can see right here, it broke out of this little resistance pocket here at the 2.2 line, hit 2.1, and then the volume just started flooding in. So let's zoom out a little bit here. This is where we bought in, right in this time frame here in the 2.2 range, and it spiked up. It got as high as 2.45, and as you can see, that's the same. That is the same price as the pre-market. So we were really looking for a breakout above that. So it hit some resistance here, sank back down, and then it found support again. As I said before, we're looking for it to break that 2.45 pre-market so that it can really get some big volume in, get a good short squeeze. It got up to 2.49, and unfortunately it couldn't hold those levels. As you can see, big sell here, big red candle, and decent amount of volume. That's a pretty bad sign, especially when you're getting the kind of like a double top here. So we ended up selling off right at the 2.4 level. And it turned out to be a perfect trade. We got in right before the breakout. We sold right before it started dipping down and going sideways on the day. So as I said before, if you guys are interested in my technique, definitely hit me up. Follow me on Twitter and StockTwits. Again, that's OZ_Bulls. And yeah, like I said, I will post all of my trades real time as quickly as I can. Depending on, how volatile the stock is, it might take me a few seconds or maybe a little bit longer. But if you're interested in up-to-date trades that I'm making with my own personal money, give me a follow. Check out what I'm doing and see if you think it's for you. Okay,